Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I welcome you all in my class. So today, my dear students, we are going to continue with our lesson from Unit 2, 2.1, It's Country for Me. Right, before just we are going to continue with our lesson, let's recap what we have done yesterday. We have started our lesson, It's Country for Me by Patricia Demoth, who has elaborated in detail the country, the farming life. In order to know about the farming, she herself, along with her husband, she just found a farm in Wisconsin. To serve that farm just served as the setting for the story. Okay, so the lesson is from the book It's Country for Me by Patricia Demoth, and there was a book that is Joel, Growing Up a Farm Man. So we have started the lesson where we just came to know, where we just interacted with the character Joel, who appears to be a lively and energetic, moreover a dutiful boy, only in this age that who works with his family on their ancestral farm. So his enthusiasm for work, his curiosity to learn, and his earnestness towards the life and the matters regarding the farming, it just encourages us. So we just come to know about his way, that how he just deals with the farming, and how he behaves when his mother asks him to go to the barn and feed the lamb. Okay, so we have just gone through the 3 paragraphs. Let's start with the next one. So Joel Howland had lived on this 245 acre farm since he was born. So Joel Holland, that is their family name, he had been living in the farm since he was born. And what is the area? That is 245 acre. He has been since, as he is at the age of 13. So since he was born, he is living in this farm. It is the farm of his ancestor, and this is not something that they had been living for their farms only for 13 years, but it is the farm that belongs to their ancestors. So when we just started our lesson, and when I just quoted you that he just worked on his ancestral farm, it means that he has got that farm from his ancestor, and not only his passion for the work is there, but he is emotional. His all emotional feelings are also associated with farming, as well as he got these all matters regarding the farming in his blood. So he lives in the house that his great grandfather built. Before his grandfather, the grandfather of that grandfather has built the house. The land he helps his father and the brother is, and the land where he is living, he helps his father and the brother is from the great grandfather James Holland. What was the name? James Holland. In 1860, James was an Irish immigrant. He drove a team of horses to plow the land and make it ready for corn. So we are here getting the background of the family as well, that Joel, who has been living here since 13 years, as his age is 13 years, but the farm and the house where he is living, it is from his great grandfather. Okay, the farm great grandfather means rather some 3 generations ago. So the James Holland, that it is the name of the family. James Holland, that is his great grandfather, bought in 1860 this farm. He had been there to plow करना क्या होता है? To soften the field by doing to plow the field. ठीक है, हम नर्म करते हैं ज़मीन को, हल चलाना, right? So he has just got that thing. He was the person who used to just plow the land by using the horses. Okay, so we are talking about 1860. and then make it ready for corn. Now 5 generations later, so what's the time? It's been now 5 generations later, so it means that great great grand father that has just give them this farm in inheritance. Joel plows the same land atop at the tractor has the power of 120 horses. So the same farm that has been plowed approximately 5 generations before in 1860 with the horses, now it is being plowed with the tractor definitely, and it has the power of 120 horses. The rich black soil the rich black soil has been pampered by Holland, that is feminine, pampered. It has been looked after, taken care with love by Holland for over 120 years. Farming is joy heritage. Please underline this sentence. Farming is joy heritage. So this land that they had plowed, the land they have prepared, it is in fact that has been prepared, that has been looked after with love, as they not it, the land is not only their inheritance but the land and the farming is their passion as well. So farming is Joel heritage. When we are going to analyze the character of Joel, so we will come then we will understand that how passion, why he is so passionate and he is so dutiful, because he looks around all this matter in around his you can say in his family regarding the farming things. They talk about the farming, they do practice about the farming and the field. So that is why these all things are the passion and the you can say most like things done by Joel. The Holland farm, they are giving us the description regarding the Holland farm. I just forget to add that thing, that the farming is the legacy. The farming is legacy that Joel just received from his ancestor. Okay. So the Holland farm is near Scales Mountain, where it is situated, it is near the Scales Mount, a tiny town of 400 people. So there were only 400 people that were there, snuggled, that they just resided. They were living in the northwestern corner of in the northwest corner of Illinois. The land there is hilly, that is rolling in great waves. In fact, just a few miles away is the highest point of the state. So where they are living in an area where there were only 400 people. So definitely it is there were 400 people, and definitely with that limited population, with that limited number of the people, the land that is hilly and rolling in great waves, it seems to be such as that rolling in great waves mean that they are turning, there are many turning over, rocky turning over points. Okay, it seems to be that it is like moving ridges of water, it has many turns. It is a few miles away in the highest point of the state, so it is just a few miles away from that highest point. So it is a hilly area, and it is a small hilly area that where they are all living. Joel attends public school in Scales Mountain split-level brick building with 235 over other grade schools and high school pupils. So, where Joel is getting his education, he is getting his education from the Scale Mounts in a split-level brick mean, and that is not having a very you can say that is a building that is into a split level with the different bricks. Okay, divided bricks that are baked by the clay. Okay, bricks that are baked by clay, and they are having the divided surface with 235 other grade schools and high school pupils. About half of the students are farmer. So what they are doing there? There are 235 students, and approximately in that Scales Mount student, that the building that is not well built, rather it is a split level brick mean that is having not a proper surface, and the building is not properly built. There are 235 students. About half the students are farmers. Besides being the student, they just perform their duty to be a farmer as well. This year, Joel will graduate from 8th grade and begin 9th, but his ninth class will not get larger. So he is going to be promoted into 9th class, but his class is not going to be larger because except for 3 foster children who came and left, Joel has been with the same 19 kids since his first grade. So as we just foster foster, what are the fosters? One, those are being nourished by, those are being taken care by someone. So what the writer want to convey that in that area of limited population, on the other hand, and more of the people are connected with farming and raising their you can say taking care of their farms and raising their cattle. So they are more concerned about agriculture field, then are more concerned to know about education. So since his start of the studies, Joel is with all those students that they had been the part of the school since the first grade. And how many students are there? 235. And how many students he is going to accompany in his class? That are approximately, yes, that are 19 students, those are the class fellows of Joel since the first grade. So he says, I know every kid in particular, practically the whole school. As he has been the part of the school since his childhood, he says, so I know every of the kid practically and the whole school. He says some of these guys in school on TV don't even know the people in their own classes. So he says that on TV, some of these guys in schools on TV that I do observe, I do not see those people, and I would do not see those people in our own class. Rather the people those has been those has been the part of the school, or those Joel, those the people he observes on the TV, the other one do not recognize them, because as they couldn't be there for a long time, because they couldn't stay there for a long time. But Joel, being the resident of that area, he had been there since his childhood, and because of his family has settled, so he knows everyone practically. Joel, now we are talking about how he is as a student. Joel is a good student, though reluctant to discuss it. Reluctant to discuss it means sometimes he is hesitant, he is not very much open, he is hesitant to discuss it, that he is a good student. Yeah, I guess I pull mostly A's and some B's. He says that I just get sometime good results, sometime I good very good result, and sometime I do get good results. In nation testing, Joel scored overall 99%, meaning that only 1% of students second higher. His studies are typical of any 8. Forget it. In history, we are up to FDR, that is related with the Franklin Delano Roosevelt, that is 32nd president of United States of America, that was from 1933 till 1945. So he says in history, we are just going through the history that is dealing with FDR, that is dealing with only Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who has been the president of United States of America since 1933 to 1945. That was for the history. In science, we do experiment like taking the chemical HCl and blowing up pieces of chalk. So he says that for the science, we are just doing the experiment that are related with the hydrochloric acid, and they are just going to blow up those, they are just going to flare up and blasting all those pieces of chalk. So he says that we are far away for those all matters regarding the education. So as far as education is concerned, he is there with all that limited exposure. But when the school But when the school bus drops Joel off and he runs up to the quarter-mile lane to his farmhouse, but when the school time is over and he is going to, he is just coming towards his farmhouse, slides out on a come out, slips out of his sneakers and pulls out on his boots, then his life is no longer typical of an average teenager. So very important here, he will in the coming pages or in the coming paragraph will see that Joel would not be behaving like a typical teenager, those as the teenage is more categorized, and it is being characterized as the age of being irresponsible, being careless. So Joel didn't never he behaved in that way. Rather, when he is in his farmhouse, he just wanted to visit quickly. He just get off all those shoes that he is wearing for his sneakers, the shoes that he is wearing for his school, and then he wanted to be the part of the farming. So his footage is the clue. I mean, what is that footage? His footgear is the clue. His footgear, I mean, he just comes out as he comes back from the school, he runs up towards that quarter miles lane, that to farmhouse, and he just comes out with a ready thing. He just gets his boots on, and his footgear is a clue that he's ready to do work. Joel wears boots right after school, and for several hours on weekends. The chores are footwork, hard, heavy, and sometimes dirty. So what does he say? That who's his footgear? I mean, whatsoever he is wearing, for that all those essential regarding his feet, that are the clue. Okay, whatsoever the essential wearing he is having for his feet, that is the clue. What does that include? That include definitely the boots that he would be wearing, and he gets ready, and the boots he was wearing, he just wears it for several after hours, even after the school, and he just goes on with all these courses, with all these works, as he has to be in the muddy field, as he has to go to the farm, the barn, he has to feed the sheep or the lamb, he has to move between the fields. So sometimes it is hard, heavy, and sometimes it is dirty, right? The daily course, the daily works, regular job duty that Joel does help out to run the farm and support the family. So what are his daily work? What is the daily work that he is doing? He is doing to help run the farm and help support his family. How he is running the farm? As we have seen, whenever he in the very opening of the you can say in the opening of the lesson, as his mother calls him to go and feed the lamb, he just quickly, readily accept that thing. But Joel is a teenager, but he does the work of an adult. Very important question, that how does Joel perform the role of an adult? So as I have talked earlier in the lecture, in the previous paragraph, that teenagers or that age is characterized by immature or irresponsible, careless attitude. Okay, so being teenager, it means that we are supposed to be rather careless and immature in our attitude. But when we do talk about Joel, and specifically his responsible attitude towards farming, he appears to be an adult. What is the role of an adult? An adult knows very well what are his duties and what are the roles he has to perform. In the same way, Joel is very much concerned that what are his duties, and he is committed to all his duty and community work by performing all these things on the farming. So he behaves like a responsible adult. Unlike most family where the parents alone make the money, for form families work together. Okay, so he says that it is not like that only the parents are going to make money, but if someone from you is also from the family, those are more committed towards the farming, we must know understand that this is the work that everyone has to participate. Everyone has to just contribute towards that thing, such as we may take the example, if we are raising some crops, so if we do have some garden, so everyone would be involved. Someone would just take care of the crop, someone would take care of the tree, someone would water the plant, someone would just pluck that fruit. So this is all this is all family work. So he says that it is that not it's not the case that only the parents are going to contribute for the financial, you can say, financial needs, or they are going to make money, but each child's labor is not only important to the family's well-being, it is essential for farming. It is very important that each child has to contribute, not only contribute work. His efforts are very much required, are very necessary, necessary for the support of the family. So here we just as we just got the idea, the story emphasizes here that how working with the sense of responsibility and enthusiasm generate a sense of community and the spirit of connectiveness among the family members. So this is in fact the essence of this paragraph, that we working together with a sense of responsibility, we may contribute towards the community not only, but also we may connect in a better way the family matters and the family members as well. So it is essential to behave in that way. The Hollands, that family, they operates a self-sufficient farm. They just do by the work by their own, typical of many in the corn belt. Mostly they just do deal with the corn fields, okay, as their farm is more related with, is under the corn belt. Okay, corn belt, what is that mean such as we just see that when we just travel from Salco to Deska or somewhere like that, so we just see those belts that are dealing with those fields that are dealing with wheat or rice. So they are more connected with the corn belts. They raise livestock. What do they do? Holland farm, how it is like, they raise livestock mean they just raise animals, cattle and a few sheep in each herd. In each group of animal in cattle, they keep some females to replenishment, to refill, to reload, okay, recharge the stock. Means some of the families, they are going, some of the females that are again going to give birth to the animals. The rest of the animals are sold for slaughter. Some are sold for to be sacrificed and on the land on American stable as beef and lamb. The Holland grow virtually all food their animals need. That is, so it is not only that they are just raising some animals, rather they just raise some animals. Some of the animals, females, they do keep with them, and rest of the animals they just sell them to be slaughtered, to be the part of America's table, to be the part of the restaurants or for the household use in restaurants. For the household use, the Holland grows virtually all the food their animal need: corn, oats and hay. All the things that are related with the food of animals, they are being produced in the Holland farms. Okay, so Holland, they just prepare effectively, practically the foods that the animals need, that is corn, oat and hay. Hay is in fact a dry grass. So they just produce every type of the food that is needed for the animals, and they sell the surplus, the additional one, the excessive one, the abundant one, this food that is in abundance. They just sell them, though most of their money comes from selling the animals themselves, although the most of the this you can say earning they do get from by selling the animals. To run a farm like for this, so it is again very important. So what do we need, what are the skills a farmer does need? That to run a farm like this, a farmer have to have many skills. What are those skills? This is very important question, my dear students, and it is more related with the vivid and vivid and factual description. So if you are going to have this type of question in your exam, so please do attempt it. So we do just even count all those skills that the farmer must have. That is, they have to the machine operator, number 1, driving immense and powerful vehicles. They have to be mechanics, number 2, repairing them, husbandman. They have to perform sometime the role they have to perform the role of mechanics. Sometimes they have to go to be an other way, raising livestock. Sometimes they have to be mechanics, sometimes they have to be a very, you can say, professional farmers as well, veterinarians, tending the animals when they are sick, agriculturists growing food on a large scale, and business people managing like Joel father a farm operation worth nearly $1 million. So they have to perform very different role. They have to be like a versatile person, such as they have to be mechanics, they have to be machine operator, they have to be skilled farmer, they have to be businessman, where they could deal with the things in an apt manner. So to run a farm like Holland, it means that is a huge one. On the other hand, what is the worth of that farm? That is nearly $1 million. Okay, Joel work on the farm, he is all these workers. Okay, so Joel, how is he performing all those matters, who is performing all the matters that regarding that make him his behavior like an adult, because he just possess all those qualities that are needed to be a farmer, to be a true farmer. So he is, sometimes he becomes a mechanic, sometimes he becomes a professionalist, sometimes he becomes a businessman. So in order to run the farms, the farmers must have all those skills. So it is not easy if we are going to only raise the crops and we are going to leave the crop unattended. We do not know that how to sell it. As I just repeat the thing, that if there is anyone among you people that are connected with farming, you must know it very well that it needs many skills. So Joel works on the farm. He is all these workers. He is the person who possesses all those qualities to be a true farmer. So that was all for today. We have just gone through the things, and we have talked about what is the routine of Joel, how he just works. It is an easy and interesting story. On the other hand, when we will be doing our exercise question that are more related with the it is more related with the you can say understanding of the lesson in terms of the grammar, right? So we are in this book we will be having more questions that are more related with the that would be dealing with the language study, the role of different grammatical devices that are used in the text. So listen the things carefully, and inshallah ta'ala we will be continuing with our lesson tomorrow, and our exercise as well. Take good care of you, and I hope so. If there would be any problem, please let me know. Do contact me. Take good care of you. Allah Hafiz.